Sticking with football, when fans make their way to Zollner Stadium this fall to check out the Concordia football team, you're going to want to make sure you grab a roster. That's because there are going to be a lot of new faces starring on Friday nights for the Cadets this fall. For more, we head on over to Concordia, check in with Tim Manigal and company in our 2023 Fox 55 Countdown to Kickoff.
We are very young, very young. There is a dearth of experience. We're going to rely on a lot of young guys.
There will be a youth movement at Concordia on the football field this fall. But just how green are the men in maroon? Well, they return just 3 seniors, 2 of which missed all of last year due to injury.
We didn't really see the field much, but we're just trying to lead in the best way possible because there's not much of us to look up to. So being the best ones, being the best we can be, that's all we can go for.
I mean, that's what we've been working on, just finding everyone's role and where they belong. And I think we've worked on that really well all summer, and we've gotten along really well together. So it's been working out.
If the Cadets want things to continue to work out, well, there are some major areas that they're going to need to address.
In physicality, that's where we need to make the biggest improvement. There's just maybe a level of timidity so far that you don't like to see. So those guys, particularly defensively, but really on the offensive line and receivers too, we've got to be more physical. If we can do that, I think we've got a chance to be pretty good. If we don't do that, it could be a long season.
There are glaring needs on both sides of the football for Concordia to fill, especially at quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and offensive and defensive line.
We just all have to focus on doing our 111th every play and just being as physical as possible, making contact and not being scared of it.
And while the outside expectations may not be high, the Cadets plan to go out and compete for 48 minutes every Friday night.
This is a gauntlet of a schedule. Yes, there will be growing pains, there's no doubt, but I think it's also important to note for anyone who cares that we are not just throwing in the towel. I don't really like the term rebuilding season. I mean, we're trying very hard to have success each and every Friday night, and so we're not just conceding that, well, woe is us, it's going to be a long season. We're going to battle each Friday night.
You always have outside people saying, that they don't have faith in us, but I mean, we're putting in the work, and we hope to succeed.
I definitely think we have a group that will surprise a lot of people, especially since you haven't heard a lot of these names. And, I mean, yeah, everyone's just ready to go, compete, and give a name for themselves.
With a trip to Indianapolis to Cena on Friday night, kickoff is set for 7 p.m.